But the business is, y'all know this Russell Wilson career has not been the same for the most part since getting with Ciara. Seemed like it's been a downhill spiral since getting with her. And what's so funny is you see women say a man can come into a woman's like just destroy everything. My whole thing is most women's life is already destroyed. It's already chaotic. You know, you ever walk into a woman's room? The average woman room is it's not it's not nasty, but they got clothes just thrown everywhere. It's clothes on the floor. It's a bunch of clothes in the walk-in closet or clothes. They just messy. Everything's chaotic. I don't have nothing to wear. It's 1,000 outfits laying there. It's just really chaotic. A woman without a man or the military in their life, most of their lives are not structured, especially young women. And ain't no man can come in your life and destroy it. Can just walk your life and do it. You have to allow a man to walk into your life and destroy it. That's a fact. So, but on the same end, for Russell, you can allow a woman to come in your life and destroy it. You know, he hasn't been as productive since getting with that woman. He haven't had the success with getting with that woman. And people can say, well, he walked away from Seattle, and you heard some things about when he went to Denver. He had his own office. He started demanding things. His own office, and the people didn't like him because how arrogant. And you heard Marshawn Lynch say he had to call somebody to get in touch with Russell Wilson. He started acting different. And for the most part, that can't happen. And maybe people can say, well, maybe he feel like a celebrity since being with Ciara. Sometimes you can allow, and not just women, you can allow people in your life and they can rub off on you and they can just change you. They can just change you. You start compromising on things or your morality or things you would or wouldn't do. You know, before this, you really never heard some of the things that he was accused of being of with Ciara. You never heard it. You know, and now you're hearing, oh, I'm in my office. I want this. I want that. You starting to hear these things. You're like, damn, you know, at one point, what changed? You know, does he look less athletic? You know, to me, no. You know, did he have the best supporting receivers in Seattle? No. He had solid. The defense was pretty good. And even after the defense left, he was a really good quarterback, still on a Hall of Fame trajectory. But sometimes you can allow people, especially a lot of times, you can allow women to come to your life and you were stacking paper, you know, you was good. You know, everything, you know, was just on cruise control. You like, all right, man, maybe I started kind of, you know, settle down and started to, you know, build a legacy and be serious. And it comes to every man's point of life, no matter if he was a pimp, no matter if he was a simp, no matter if he was an athlete, a productive guy, anywhere, a Pookie, a Ray Ray, that every man think about, hey, man, I need to settle down. Or in hindsight, they wish like, damn, maybe I should have settled down and started a family, right? And that's natural. So most of the guys that just be, you know, talking about, yeah, I fucked 500 women, and most of them, they paid for them. Or a lot of times they were low quality hoes or low vibrational hoes, right? And, you know, I have a rotation. You wonder why guys don't maintain a rotation. Because, you know, one thing about having a rotation of women, those women, they want more. They want more. So even that woman that you just met at the gas station, that you just been five slam and jamming at on, women are emotional creatures, and some guys are too. Some guys can get caught up in emotion. Some guys will take a hoe, and the coochie is so consistent or so good, they'll be like, man, I can save her. And then what happens? You sit there, and I'm gonna get to that point. It destroys your whole life. She destroys your whole life because you knew she wasn't the right fit. You knew she was a hoe, but to you, it was consistent coochie. It was good coochie, whatever. And for Russell Wilson, you know, Ciara seen him, and she do what all women do. They say these phases, you know, She went around she was with different guys in the industry. She came in young. She had a baby by Future. She was baby mama number 5, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in my bank account, right? And now all of a sudden she was getting into this whole, and she was into the religion with Future. Future said they would pray before they went to sex, had sex, or afterwards, whatever. And she was with this whole, and all of a sudden now she made a bad decision, which she knew was a bad decision when she dealt with him. And now she was like, I want to be with Russ, the nice, safe guy who bought my master's back and do all this, that, and the third. And it's like, you know, and then you just see she making songs about all the single women. Shout out to all the single women. And she a married woman. She going around here dressing half naked, taking provocative photos with Megan Thee Stallion, running up on Jim Jones, which you should never do as a woman. You should never confront another man as a woman. And talking about why you ain't married Chrissy. You should go marry her and this, that, and the third. You can tell one way, you can tell that she's probably going to leave him at some point and take all his bread, you know, is in a way she doesn't respect him. So if you out here confronting men, drafting half naked, grabbing other bitches' booties and coochies and shit like that, she don't respect him. And it's no surprise that his career fell off the way it did, because he got aligned with a woman who was not aligned in his views and values. Come on, she's an industry woman. She's not reformed. And if you look, or she's reformed, she's claiming to be reformed. But if you look at the historic of some of these women that you put a spotlight on, Yolanda Adams, she used to be a whore. She used to sell it. Look it up. Maya Angelou, she used to be a prostitute. She used to sell it. But then what you would get is these women that say, well, all women selling and stuff like that. Same argument with all guys. All guys spinning. You know what I mean? All guys trick on pussy. This, that, and the third. They try to justify, and this is why a lot of these niggas lose on the dating market. This is why they end up with baby mamas that hate their guts, because there was never a bond. The bond between them was financial. It's what you can do for me. You know? And guess what? A lot of the women that were selling it and sleeping around, like, they can't pair bond. It's over with. So no matter how good of a man you are, or how good of a lesbian stud Keisha you are, or stud Becky you are, you're trying to glue a piece of paper to a wall that can't be glued on. Trying to glue it on slime, it's gonna slide off every time. So this is why some women back in the day, they used to mark whores, because they was beyond repair. They didn't make good wives. They couldn't pair bond. They didn't make good mothers. So whores would be exiled to a certain part of the town or right outside the town where you can have your fun with whores. They couldn't be a part of society, and that's a huge problem with society, is that they're intertwined in our community. Whores are intertwined in our community, and they're covert. The whores are like the good women, and the good women like the whores, and the whores are the business CEOs. The whores are the nurses. The whores are the worst of us. The whores are the best, the best jobs that they have, right? So it's hard to spot. But you seen in real time how a guy that was rising and got away from Becky, whatever reason it was he was with, he was rising, he picks up this woman and his career just falls apart. Nobody gonna have the balls to say it. I said it. The minute he met her and started dealing with her for real and stepped in and became a stepdaddy, he destroyed his career was destroyed. I'll say this: had he just, stayed divorced and stayed with Becky, his career would probably still be on track. Now the rumor was Golden Tate, allegedly, that's why he got out as they let him go in Seattle. Phenomenal player, was great in Detroit. Allegedly slept with his wife. And like I said, I don't condone that. I was having a conversation with somebody, and I'll leave his name anonymous. We talking whatever. I'm like, bro, I think people should be, going to the upper room who sleep with pregnant women that's not their baby inside of them, who normally do so. I think they both should be gone. And this is why you have a lot of children that have learning disabilities come out deformed, slow. They have all these personality disorders and stuff of that nature, right? They autistic and stuff. They tell you, oh yeah, it's some of the shots and woo woo woo. But a lot of times, there's a lot of promiscuity of these women and these men, bro. I just feel like you are a low down individual if you do that. I know a lot of dudes say, I did it before, you ain't shit. I'll say this: if you slept with a woman, you knew she was pregnant with another man's baby, you a hoe ass nigga. And this is what I feel. That's what I feel. I take that stance on that. And I feel like if you a man and you slept with a married woman, you a hoe ass nigga. You knowingly slept with a married woman. That's just how I feel. You know, that's just how I feel. And I know some niggas, I did it and this, that, and the third, and yeah. Because at the end of the day, if we ain't gonna have respect for women, have respect for your fellow men. Have a relationship with respect for God or for the principle. Most guys don't have when it comes to pussy, fuck money. When it comes to pussy, most guys don't have a principle. I'll tell you that right there. When it comes to pussy, most guys got more integrity, morality, and they got principles and codes when it comes to money than they do for pussy. These niggas do anything for pussy. They throw away a billion-year relationship for some pussy. That's another story for another day. But yeah, his career ain't been right since, man. So it is what it is, man. As I'm just saying, with Corey Holcomb, you can pick a homeless woman off the side of the road, all right, and she'll destroy your whole life. So take that what you want to take that for. But hey, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, check out the NFL playlist, check out the Real 101 playlist. Find me on X, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Appreciate the love and support. Peace.